From the borough of Queens, we're at the home of the Mets, Citi Field. It's Game 3 of the World Series between the Detroit Tigers and the New York Mets. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on the show. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, lots to talk about here as we get ready for Game 3.
Well, when you start the series on the road, obviously you'd love to sweep the first two games, but coming out of there with a split is pretty solid too. Now they come home, they've taken back home field advantage, and we'll see if they can feed off this crowd and take control of this series.
The build-up to this one is just about over. It's time for all the drama of World Series baseball on the show. And we'll have it for you next. Carlos Carrasco will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, he wasn't all that bad in his last one, pitching into the 6th inning to pick up the win. We'll see if he can go a little bit deeper in this one.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And let's focus on one of the most dynamic outfielders in our sport, Kevin Pillar. He's a highlight reel every time he takes the outfield. Has made some of the most signature catches of the last 5 years.
Now at the plate, here is Willy Castro. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
For Detroit, the second baseman, Willy Castro.
Carrasco pauses. First pitch on the way. And we are underway now in New York as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball one.
First pitch, 7:06.
The 1-0. Softly hit out toward short. In the dirt, and he can't quite dig it out.
Batting second.
Well, if you're superstitious and believe in omens, this is really a bad sign. First hitter of the game, first chance to set the tone, and he sails the throw. We'll see if that was a fluke or the beginning of a trend.
Here's Robbie Grossman as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Castro on at first, nobody out. A ball and a strike.
Hey guys, that fastball just registered 97 miles an hour. On a night like tonight where it's super cold out, if you don't get the head to that baseball right there and you get jammed, it's almost like getting stung by a pack of wasps.
1-1, here it is. 2 balls and a strike. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. A runner at first with no outs here. Hit hard up the middle. Scooped up. One there. On to first, and they get the double play.
third.
So a moment now to take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
Stepping in now, Willy Castro. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. Previous battles with Carlos Carrasco, he's 0 for 4. And that one yanked just foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Tigers shortstop with a ball and 2 strikes.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
This is swung on and bounced to Mcneil at second. Fielded cleanly. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Tigers are shut down there. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Matthew Boyd gets the ball in game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Time for a look at the Tigers on D. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
So stepping in is Jonathan Villar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Mets, the third baseman.
And the pitch.
Jonathan Villar.
And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Now the pitch.
Non-competitive pitch right there, runs the count to 2-0, and he is ready to do some damage in the box.
This is line to left. But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out.
Batting second.
With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Michael Conforto has been a big piece for them. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. And he takes ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. That's wide, 2-0. And here's a fastball for a strike, 2-1 now.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Hit weakly back to the mound. And that's the second out.
Batting third.
And with 2 away, let's give you one more look at the pads these two teams took to get to this game 3 of the World Series. So now to the plate, Dominic Smith. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
That's a great pitch for a spot like that. It looks like a strike, then it just comes in out of the zone. If you can command that with movement, it's a very effective pitch to pitching hitters inside.
Now the 1-0. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Over to first, and that retires the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. We are still scoreless. New inning set to get underway, and digging in next at the plate will be Renato Nunez.
For 55, Renato Nunez.
First pitch of the AB on its way.
1-0.
1-0 pitch on the way. Called strike at the knees. Evens the count at 1-1. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
Wow, talk about a waste pitch on 2-2. That one wasn't even close. I don't know anyone that would have swung at that pitch.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And you could tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
Next to dig in, Alex Verdugo. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. Carrasco pauses. Here's the delivery. And that one right down Main Street.
That's a pitch he'd like to have back. You're not going to see very many pitches like that from a pitcher of this quality. I'm sure he'd like to have that one back to take a swing at it.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Line drive to left. And the Tigers are into the hit column now. That's their first hit of the contest.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
The next batter is Jeimer Candelario as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Previous battles with Carlos Carrasco, he's 4 for 13. The 1-0.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Now the 2-0 home. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
He's really going to need to keep the walks down in this start. He's in danger of walking the second guy in 2 innings here.
The 3-0. And I don't think that's what he wanted to do, as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks at bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
And stepping in, Nomar Mazara. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Comes set and the 0-1. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2. Stays alive here as he gets a piece of this, and in turn he gets a piece of the catcher behind the plate. Swing and a hot shot toward third, and now it'll kick around in the corner. 1 run is scored as he arrives at second without a play as they take the lead with 2 runs scoring on the play.
The catcher.
When this one left the bat, the pitcher was hoping and praying it would go foul, and I thought it might, but it ends up falling just inches inside the line, going for a double and driving in 2.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. Fastball called for strike 2.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there. Now to the plate, Matthew Boyd. We'll see if he can deliver here. Runners still at second and third with 1 away now. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Here's the 0-1. Fouled off. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
At the plate now, Willy Castro. No balls and a strike to count. Ready with the 0-1. Ooh, back-to-back tough pitches, and he's down 0-2 now.
You know, this isn't a ballpark that yields a lot of runs, so when you've got a chance like this to put some early runs on the board, it becomes really important to do so.
Ready on 0-2. Swing and a looper to left. And that's in there, base hit. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, D-Rose.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
So now to the plate, Robbie Grossman, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defender standing flat-footed for much longer.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. 4 runs here in this half inning. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. but this guy's locating, feeling really good about it.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Tigers lead this one 4-0. Bottom of the inning now, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso.
They've gotten a gut punch to start this game. There's no doubt about this, but that's when you have to turn the scoreboards off. Everybody do their job one at bat at a time.
No balls and 1 strike. A windup and the 0-1. He comes up empty that time as he's underneath it 0-2.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That could be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
And it's fouled away. Here comes another 0-2. Ripped down the line. He's got it. And there's 1 away.
Time for a look at the Tigers on D. And let's focus on Wilson Ramos. He's an absolute brick wall behind the plate. And if you miss middle over the heart of the plate, he could turn it around with a 3-run bomb.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2. Lindor just rakes left-handed pitching. There's no real way to dispute that. However, he's not nearly as proficient when facing pitching from the right side. Count is 1-2 now. Into the windup and the pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just starts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
At the plate, Michael Conforto. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. They'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
You never want to fall behind as a pitcher, but doing it to a guy like this is even worse. He's got to bear down and execute for the rest of this at-bat, starting right now.
Now the 2-1.
Okay, 3-2.
2 out, nobody on. Fouled away. Another full count pitch home. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Mets. They trail here 4-0. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the 3rd. Heidi?
Well, Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Tigers manager to discuss his thoughts on Detroit's offense. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already put 4 runs on the board, and they've done so by running up their opponent's pitch count. So he said he thinks they're going to have a lot more opportunities to score because of that as the game goes on.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Now it'll be Willy Castro, grounded out in his last at-bat.
The shortstop, Willy Castro.
The pitch.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Now a fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. The pitch.
I think getting the leadoff man in every inning is important as a pitcher. when you're coming off an inning that you really labored through, it makes all the difference mentally.
50th pitch of the game on its way. 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
And here's Renato Nunez as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Here comes the 1-0. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him this first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
And he finally gets this one over for strike 1.
Hey, you could tell right there the hitter was almost fooled by that pitch, expecting the nasty slider to break down and away, and it hung in the middle of the plate. Too late for him to pull the trigger.
And there's out number 2.
The center fielder, number 99, Alex Verdugo.
And now in the box, Alex Verdugo. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. He's set. Here it comes. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. The 1-0 home. Finds the zone, strike 1. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. They lead it 4-0. Now into the box, Kevin Pillar. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. Let's see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Lifetime numbers against Matt Boyd. He's 4 for 14. He also has 1 home run. To third. He's right there. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting in, the catcher, James McNeil.
Now to bat, James McCann. And now the first pitch. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike, 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Hit hard down the line, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. And he struck him out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Let's go.
In now, Carlos Carrasco. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. corner and slicing foul. Mets pitcher behind at the plate with a ball and 2 strikes. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. Mets go down 1-2-3. They're down 4-0. All set for the start of the 4th, and into bat next it'll be Jeimer Candelario. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
A ball and a strike now. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Grounded to the right. Scooped up. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, right fielder, Nomar Mazara.
And now here is Nomar Mazara. He doubled his last time up.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. 4 runs, only 3 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers. Well off the plate with the change of pace. That's ball 2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
Good slider there, but laid off and called the ball low. Wilson Ramos, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Three-two pitch. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. Slider, strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Struck out in his first at-bat. Two balls and no strikes to Ramos. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
There's ball 4.
That walk is going to feel a little extra frustrating for this pitcher. Not only do you never really want to walk the number 8 hitter, but it's also going to let the pitcher hit this inning instead of forcing him to lead off the next one.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Matthew Boyd will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
And that'll get down for a base hit.
I can't believe this guy hasn't been smiling all the way down to first base.
Now
for an American League pitcher who doesn't get a chance to work on this much. Maybe takes BP a couple times a year. For him to be in a World Series game focused on executing pitches and to mix in a big base hit, what a special moment.
Into the box now, Harold Castro, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Ramos at second, Boyd at first, 2 out in the inning. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Swing and a liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Boy, talking about having a game tonight. That's his 3rd RBI of the game with that base hit, Dero.
Yeah, he must be hungry because that's 3 ribeye steaks for the big boy right there. Just a nice approach all night and able to come through for the team.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So as he leaves, I would imagine these fans would not be much pleased with his performance here this evening, as he certainly was not sharp. Marcus Stroman answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Marcus Stroman.
Standing in now, Robbie Grossman. Ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here comes the 1-0. A ball and a strike. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Now a swing and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And VR will look this one in to retire the side. Tigers get just the 1. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Tigers 5 and the Mets nothing. Digging in, the switch hitter, Jonathan Villar, back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
1-1 to the Mets leadoff hitter. VR manning the hot corner down at third in today's game, although he's primarily considered a second baseman.
You know, this is an interesting one. I'd be interested in 2 things here. A, is he still using the glove that he uses at second base? And B, does he have enough arm strength to go over to third base? Because until you go backhand on that left side of the infield and turn and burn and throw to first, you have no idea the difference in arm strength that it takes to man that position as opposed to second.
Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th. So now here is Jeff McNeil. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Throw over to the bag. Back in standing. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. No runs, no hits. 1 error in the game for the Mets thus far. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. From the stretch.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is 1 pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
Grossman will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. So 1 gone in the inning here with the runner at first, and that'll bring up the left-handed bat of Dominic Smith. He's set, and the pitch. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Headed after it is Mazzara. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th. And up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. First offering on its way. Here's the 0-1. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Mets strand 1. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit.
I got it, I'm good. I bought it, I get it, I got it, I'm good. I'm with it, I get it.
Into the box, Willy Castro. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
The shortstop, Willy Castro.
Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Pilar comes on now, and he has it 1 down. 1 out now here in the Tiger 5th inning. Digging in next at the plate will be Renato Nunez. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Looks like a left-hander has begun to get loose out in that Mets bullpen. And he fouls this one off. 1 out, nobody on. And he looks at a ball, 1-2. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Right fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the 2nd out. Next up for Detroit, Alex Verdugo. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here, 0-1.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking heated.
1-1 the count. Now here it comes. Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. And he gets there, makes the running play, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Tigers, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and he was pretty blunt in saying they're just not having very good at-bats. They've only managed one base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
All right, thanks, Heidi. That'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. Leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can tell in between innings, the veterans in that dugout going up and down the line, trying to keep this lineup from getting super frustrated. They just have to find a way to piece it together, maybe pass the baton, get some wheels in motion, maybe get aggressive on the base paths if they can get somebody on.
Now back.
So the next to bat will be Michael Conforto. First pitch coming, here it is. A ball and no strikes.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2. Conforto, 28 years old. He was selected in the first round during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Comes with a slider, 3-0, but gets it over for strike 1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
He loses him on ball 4. 1 out, runner at first, and that'll bring up a man who's a human highlight reel defensively, Kevin Pillar. Has a look now to pitch, and he lays off there, 1-0. Conforto, base runner at first with 1 out. 2 balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge him.
Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. The 2-0 on the way.
Nope. What's that?
I think it's a real possibility that they put that runner first in motion. That would help them stay out of that double play that would end the inning, but that's also kind of risky at the same time.
And that'll miss for ball 4 as this one gets away.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
From the stretch, James McCann will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, it's not always about filling up the strike zone all the time, every inning. He's pitching well as we're moving into the middle innings, but interestingly, less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
3-1 to him now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Fly ball out toward left center field. Grossman will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning. Jose Martinez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16, Jose Martinez.
From the belt, the pitch. And that misses, ball one. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. Back with more from Game 3 after this. Jordan Yamamoto takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 45,
Top half of the 6th about to get started, and set to go as the 3rd baseman, Jeimer Candelario.
The 3rd baseman, Jeimer.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. Yamamoto, a right-hander who stands an even 6 feet. He was a 12th round selection during the 2014 draft.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th. Now here's the first offering. Nomar Mazara is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a ball outside. It's 1-0.
And when you're already down 5, the last thing you want to do is fall behind in the count when you're on the mound. That's not going to do anything to help you get back into this thing.
2 balls and no strikes, the count to Nomar Mazara.
6 straight here out of the zone to start the inning, so I think it's a good time to go out and have a word with your pitcher. Just got to make sure everything's fine physically and remind him to be free and easy with his motion. You can't try to force pitches into the strike zone.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
Man, you don't see this in today's game that much. A guy who's willing to work east-west consistently with a great cutter 2-seamer combo.
A little early, and now it's even at 2-2. From the belt, the pitch. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full. Swing and a liner. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit.
Take a look at this again in slow motion. He tracks this thing all the way, gets his hands quickly through the zone, and just rips it down the left field line, just how they draw it up.
Stepping in now, Wilson Ramos, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. Weak grounder down the line at 3rd. And he indeed takes only the out at 1st as the runners move to 2nd and 3rd with 1 away now.
Up next for the Tigers, the pitcher.
Now here's the Detroit pitcher, Matthew Boyd. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though.
Jonathan Scope will be called on to pinch hit now, and he'll do it in a golden RBI spot as he's got 2 men in scoring position with only 1 gone in the inning. Here's the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. fouled off. Candelario at third. Mazzara at second with one away. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout, and he's 1 out away from working out of a jam.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off-speed and the fastball. And in the 1-2 count, you might be sitting off-speed, and what happens? It gets the fastball, and you can't catch up to the express.
Willy Castro is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And it's 1-1. And it's fouled away. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Right fielder coming on. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score. Have a night, huh, guys?
Yeah, if you've got men in scoring position, this is the guy you want stepping up to the plate, Matty. 2 more ribbies there, bringing his total to 5 in this game.
So now to the plate, Robbie Grossman, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So a 2-run shot to left center as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
That wasn't the plan. You just have a meeting with your pitching coach to go over some strategy, and all of a sudden you throw one and it leaves the ballpark.
A 6'5" left-hander takes over on the mound now. At the plate, Willy Castro. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Swing and a miss at a changeup that has him all kinds of goofed up at the plate.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out. So
but we'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. So it's 4 runs on just 3 base hits. No errors and no one left on base. To the bottom of the 6th inning, it's the Tigers 9 and the Mets nothing. Julio Teheran enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And next will be the switch-hitting third baseman, Jonathan Villar. The pitch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Now here it comes. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right?
Now
you have to
batting,
protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
So here's Jeff McNeil. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. Career numbers against Julio Teheran. He's gone 5 for 13. Here it comes, 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly. And quickly there are 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder.
Next for the Mets, Dominic Smith. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch on its way. He'll start him with a sinker here, but that sinks a bit too much that time. It's 1-0. Hot shot down the line, but a foul ball, 1-1. And now pitch on the way. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now. Check swing grounder to the right side.
You know what we call that? We call that clean living. To get a knock on a check swing does not happen often. This guy obviously had some good karma coming his way.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Has a look, now the pitch. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Smith leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. A ball and 2 strikes now.
1-2.
It goes to show you you'll take location over velocity any day. That pitch didn't light up the radar gun, but you can't do anything with that as a batter when it's executed in such a good spot.
Left fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Mets leave 1. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Seventh inning ready to roll, and here comes the first baseman, Renato Nunez.
The first baseman, number 55.
High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
Hey, be on the lookout right here. Usually when a pitcher drops in a curveball for a strike looking, now he'll try and throw it in the dirt, get you to fish a little bit. I want to see where he goes here.
2 balls and a strike to the Tigers' first baseman. All even now, 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Struck him out.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball, and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
Alex Verdugo digging in now, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
I'll tell you, it's hard to get more of a confidence boost than striking out the best hitters in the lineup back to back to back. He's looking really sharp right now.
Into the box, Jeimer Candelario. Standing in from the right side as he takes strike one. Couple of walks for him thus far. Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Breaking ball there is down. Good job of laying off. It's back to 2-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
And he takes ball four again, and they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one. In now the power-hitting outfielder Nomar Mazara. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Late that time for a strike. A runner on first with 2 away. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
Right side, but it's well foul.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
Here now the 2-2. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Chasing after it is Pilar. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Tigers leave 1, but they hold a 9-0 lead. Last half of the 7th here. That'll bring up the switch hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Left fielder giving chase. He's there and records the first out.
The right fielder, number 30.
Next, it'll be Michael Conforto. It was a walk in his last trip. First pitch on its way.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in an 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the break. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. Fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Again, another foul ball. Another 2-2 offering.
He's definitely going to want to get greedy in his zone, and he's obviously seeing the ball well, or he would have swung at that pitch. Sometimes in these long, epic at-bats, you start to get into swing mode.
And he fouls this one off. Now the 3-2 pitch. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The center fielder, number 11, Kevin Pillar.
Next up for New York, Kevin Pillar. Career numbers against Julio Teheran. He's only 1 for 10. First pitch on the way.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a little blooper to center. Verdugo's on the move, but it's down as that drops in for a 2-out single. Bottom of the 7th inning will go at least 1 plate appearance deeper after the 2-out hit.
Somebody's going to be icing their thumbs after this game. That's a jam sandwich, but able to mix in a knock.
To the plate now, James Mcneil. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Throw over to first, and he'll get back in standing. The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2. Pillar, the runner at first with 2 gone. Fouled off. Now a move over to first. Runner back standing. The 2-1. Lifted in the air out to left field. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. Tigers are out in front, 9-0. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Wilson Ramos. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Ground ball right side, and that is through into right field for a single. So a good start to the inning for the Tigers as their leadoff hitter's on base.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in the zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
Victor Reyes will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 22, Victor Reyes.
He's set. Here it comes. To the left side, but it's well foul. Reyes playing here in his age 26 season. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. Hit the other way out toward right field. Conforto will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first. Next for the Tigers, Willy Castro coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. Starts him out with a curveball for a strike. Now a little looper down the left field line. In there, a base hit.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here, having a huge series. Any big leaguer can have their moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Robbie Grossman comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
Sent on the ground out to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only one away.
Shortstop, Willy.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Dylan Betances will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Tomas Nido will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Standing in now, Willy Castro, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. One and one, here it comes. Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Still a ball and 2 strikes.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Here's another 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Ramos, the runner at third. Castro over at second. Grossman at first. 1 gone. Oh, here's a drive into the gap in right center as he comes through with extra bases. Now a third runner heading for the plate. And he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead even further. When we looked at this game on paper before it started, I don't think any of us thought it would go down like this.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
Renato Nunez stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. And there's ball 1. The 1-1 is a breaking ball in off the plate. Betances is a guy known for his lights-out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty D, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. He's got 1 hit in 4 at-bats. Out in front of it, strike 1. 3 runs already home here. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Drilled right back up the middle, and that is through into center field, a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Wow, that's a baker's dozen. 13 runs right there, and they can't do anything wrong at the plate. I'm no expert, but I would have to bet that the manager would love to save some of those runs for the next game. Regardless, there's some happy men in that dugout.
In now, Jamer Candelario, as he can't catch up on a fastball to letters, and it's strike 1. Trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. Comes set with the 0-1. high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Pilar moving in. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So it's 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a man left. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Detroit is out in front, 13-0. Daniel Norris is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 44, Daniel.
Now at the plate, Tomas Nido. And he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Pitch on the way. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1. And it looks like a right-hander's got enough to throw in the Tiger bullpen. Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. One and two now.
1-2.
Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Into the box now, Jonathan Villar, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. The head-to-head numbers with Daniel Norris. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Swing and a liner. He lays out for it, but he can't pull it in. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. He hit the corner and tries for third. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
Well, we've been waiting for an opportunity like this since the game started. 1 out, and our first run is 90 feet away. The challenge now is to get him home.
And it looks as though they're going to set up the double play. There's the free pass signal. So there'll be runners at the corners with 1 gone.
Now batting, left fielder, Dominic.
Up next, Dominic Smith. And his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. One and 2 to Dominic Smith.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well 1 more time with that pitch.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. Villar on third. Mcneil is over at second with 1 down in the inning. Count remains 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Again, he sends it out of play. Set to deal on 2-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
So here's Pete Alonso. A ball and no strikes. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
3-1 to him now. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away. And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. And a high strike there, 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He put himself in a good position, jumping ahead 0-2 with the bases loaded. Now we'll see if he can finish it off.
Swing and a ground ball, and this should get him out of it. On the first, and the Mets are going to come up empty here as that ends the inning. Mets leave them loaded, still looking up at a 13-0 score. Comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Stepping in once again is Nomar Mazara. Flew out last time up. First pitch of the AB now. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone. Now to the plate, here is Wilson Ramos. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And it looks now like a right-hander's begun to get loose in the Mets bullpen. Here comes the 0-1. Pitch popped up. Alonso shading to his right, and he makes the catch for the second out.
The pitcher, number 44.
So here now is the pitcher. Miguel Cabrera will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 24, Miguel Cabrera.
He's set and the pitch. Now the 1-0. A swing and a ground ball to third. Right to him. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit, but they hold a commanding 13-0 lead.
Your attention, please.
6'4" right-hander comes in out of the bullpen to do the pitching. Ready now is Michael Conforto. He's going to lead things off in their half of the ninth as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
And he'll take strike one on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Now the Tigers have some action in the bullpen as a left-hander starts to get loose. Conforto behind, a ball and 2 strikes.
Yep, 1 and 2.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Now batting. The 17th.
Next to hit, Kevin Pillar. Last time through was a base hit. First pitch on the way. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. High and deep down the left field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Now the 1-1 pitch.
That's ball 2. Ball action time.
This one's down to third. Reined in. Throw on to first, and the Mets are down to their final out.
Now batting. The pitcher, Aaron Luke. Your
Brandon
attention,
Nimmo
please.
gets the call as a pinch hitter, and he'll get a chance with 2 out and the bases empty.
Brandon Nimmo.
First pitch on its way.
Oh, that's out.
2 out, nobody on. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike 1. The 1-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. The catch is made, and the Tigers are going to take home field advantage right back. They win Game 3 to go up 2-1 as this one is over.
Oh, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. 13-0, the convincing final score. Detroit have taken a 2-1 lead in this World Series. Matthew Boyd pitches well enough to get the W. Carlos Carrasco couldn't escape the 4th inning as he slapped with the loss. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire... I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
3 hours and 42 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Citi Field